people never feel ready to start. Waiting for the right mood is a psychological trap, and it kills your productivity. And most people just assume you need more willpower to fix that. Except willpower might not be the problem. In this video, I'm going to walk you through decoupling, the method therapists use to separate your feelings from your actions so you can actually show up for your goals whether you feel like it or not. The real cost of waiting to feel ready. Therapists call it mood-dependent behavior. That means you let your mood decide what you do. You plan to go to the gym, but you woke up tired, so you skipped it. You wanted to send that email, but you felt a little weird, maybe got a little anxious and decided not to. And I get it. Each time you make a choice like that, it might feel small, but you do that enough times over a few months, which turns into years, and then you stop trusting yourself. You say you're gonna do something, and a part of you already knows it might not happen. And you know why? It's because you've watched yourself cancel on yourself before. And now that's another problem you have, separate from the task that you were already putting off. So most people think the answer to that is more willpower, but that's not always the case. That idea comes from a theory called ego depletion. It says self-control is like a battery. The more that you use it, the more that it runs low. And for a long time, this made a lot of sense to people. But then something interesting happened. 23 different science labs tried to test this idea again. They used over 2,000 people. The effect basically vanished. So that means that the idea was probably wrong. So now we need a new explanation for why you freeze up. The good news, there is one, and it fits the facts a lot better. Researchers who study procrastination found something different going on. When a task feels stressful or boring or annoying, your brain stops seeing it as a task and starts seeing it as a threat to your good mood. So your brain does what any good brain would do, and it runs away. And there's a name for it. It's called mood repair. So here's something to consider. You might not be avoiding tasks because you're lazy. You might be avoiding the uncomfortable feeling you get when you think about that task. And skipping it gives you quick relief, but that relief does not last long. The task is still there later, and now you have added pressure and stress. So if procrastination really is about dodging a feeling and not bad planning, a stricter deadline won't fix it. A better schedule won't fix it either. Now, let's look at decoupling. The concept is simple. You're separating two things that got stuck together. So, in our case, we're separating our feelings from what we want to get done. A psychologist named Marsha Linehan created a therapy called dialectical behavior therapy. And one of her tricks is called opposite action. And it means exactly what it sounds like. Whatever you feel like you want to do, you do the opposite. You're at a party and you want to hide from everyone, you go talk to somebody. You're doing a task and you want to stop or give up, you take one more action towards the goal. There's another thing you should look into. It's called behavioral action, and it's been around for a long time. And it says you should not wait around for motivation to show up. Instead, you start first in a small way, in a boring way, and then motivation will show up after you've begun. So why does this compound over time? There's a therapist named Albert Bandura. He spent decades studying something he calls self-efficacy, which is really just a fancy term that means how much you trust yourself to do what you say you're actually going to do. So the important thing to know is that trust in yourself does not come from one big, massive win. It comes from a lot of tiny wins stacked up on each other. So every time you tell yourself you're going to do something and you actually do it, one load of laundry that you say you're going to fold, is like you're handing yourself $1 bill to put in your piggy bank. But every time you bail on yourself, it's like you taking money out of that piggy bank. We don't want to go broke. Brain is keeping count of how many dollars you putting into that piggy bank. Want to keep putting dollars into that piggy bank. We're building our money up here, building the trust in ourselves. That doesn't mean you don't listen to the cues your body gives you. I'm not saying that your feelings don't matter. I'm just saying the person that you're trying to become cannot sit and wait for motivation to show up. That person gets built in the small moments when you decide to act even without the motivation. If this video got you thinking differently on how you follow through on things, go ahead and hit subscribe. And you should probably hit subscribe now and not wait until you feel like doing it. That's what we just talked about. All right, y'all. If nobody told you today, I love you. And I will see you in the next video.